Hello everyone, today I am going to tell you the story of Lord Jagannath. Thousands of devotees gather every year in the holy city of Puri, chanting the name of Lord Jagannath. Millions witness the grand Rath Yatra, but very few know the incredible story behind the mysterious wooden idols of Lord Jagannath, Balbhadra, and Subhadra. How did these unique deities come into existence? Why are their hands and feet incomplete? And what is the sacred mystery hidden inside the idols? This is the timeless legend of devotion, faith, and divine will. The story of Lord Jagannath does not begin in Puri. It begins with the final moment of Lord Jagannath's earthly life. According to sacred tradition, when Lord Krishna left the mortal world, his eternal divine essence, known as the Brahma Padartha, remained and manifested as a sacred stone. Guided by divine will, the holy relic reached the forest of Nilachal, where the Savara tribal king Vishwavasu discovered it. Instantly recognizing its divine power, he enshrined the sacred stone inside a hidden mountain cave and worshipped it with unwavering devotion. He named the deity Nila Madhava, believing it to be the eternal manifestation of Lord Krishna. For many years, the secret shrine remained hidden from the world until destiny led King Indradyumna to uncover its mystery. Long ago, there ruled a noble king named Indradyumna of the lunar dynasty. He was a devoted follower of Lord Vishnu and spent much of his life searching for the highest form of the Supreme Lord. One day, a wandering pilgrim arrived in his royal court with astonishing news. Deep within the forest of Nilachal, a mysterious deity called Nila Madhava was being worshipped in complete secrecy. The deity was said to grant liberation to anyone fortunate enough to behold him. The king's heart filled with excitement. He declared, "I must find him." Without wasting a moment, he sent learned priests and trusted messengers in every direction to locate the hidden shrine. Among them, there was a wise Brahmin named Vidyapati. After months of wandering through dense forest and remote villages, he arrived at the home of a tribal chief named Vishwavasu. The chief welcomed the exhausted traveler with great hospitality. During his stay, Vidyapati met Vishwavasu's beautiful daughter Lalita. As days passed, friendship blossomed into love and soon they were married. Vidyapati noticed that something strange was happening. Every morning before sunrise, Vishwavasu quietly disappeared into the forest carrying flowers and sacred offerings. Curious, Vishwavasu asked Lalita where her father went every day. After much hesitation, she revealed the secret. Her father was one of the few blessed souls allowed to worship Lord Nila Madhava hidden inside sacred cave atop the Blue Mountain. Vidyapati begged his father-in-law to take him to the Lord, but Vishwavasu refused. The location was closely guarded secret passed down through generations. He stopped eating, saying that he would not touch food until he receives the Lord's darshan. Moved by his determination, Vishwavasu finally agreed, but with one condition. Vidyapati would be blindfolded throughout the journey. As they prepared to leave, Lalita quietly slipped a handful of mustard seeds into her husband's pocket. As they walked through the forest, the seeds fell one by one onto the ground. Weeks later, after the rains, those seeds sprouted into tiny mustard plants, creating a natural trail leading directly to the hidden cave. Vidyapati returned to King Indradyumna and described the divine beauty of Nila Madhava. Unable to contain his excitement, the king immediately journeyed to Nilachal with priests, soldiers, and devotees. But when they reached the sacred spot, the cave was empty. Nila Madhava had vanished. The entire area was covered with golden sand. The king was heartbroken. Days passed in prayer and silence. Then one day the Lord appeared in his dream. The Lord spoke gently. O king, do not grieve. Perform the sacred Aswamedha Yajna and build a magnificent temple. When the time comes, a divine wooden log bearing celestial marks will float ashore. From that sacred wood, my new form shall emerge. The king awoke filled with hope. He performed the great sacrifice and completed the construction of a grand temple. Soon, exactly as foretold, an extraordinary log appeared on the seashore. No ordinary person could move it. Only after chanting the Lord's holy name could the king and his priests carry the sacred wood to the temple. The greatest craftsmen of the kingdom tried to carve the divine log. No one could shape the sacred wood. Then an old and frail carpenter appeared before the king. He said he can carve the idols, but no one should disturb him till his work is complete. The door must remain closed. The king happily agreed. The old carpenter entered the chamber. Days turned into weeks. At first, sound of carving echoed through the palace. Then, silence. The queen became worried. What if the old man has died? She asked. Despite his promise, King Indradyumna's anxiety grew stronger each day. Finally, unable to bear the uncertainty, he ordered the chamber to be opened. What they found inside was the old carpenter had disappeared, and three extraordinary wooden deities were standing in the chamber. Their faces radiated divine compassion, but their hands and feet were unfinished. Only then the king realized the truth. The mysterious sculptor was none other than Lord Vishwakarma, the celestial architect of the gods. Because the king had broken his promise, the divine work had remained incomplete. The king was overcome with sorrow, but a heavenly voice reassured him. These forms are my eternal form. Install them exactly as they are. Thus, the unfinished idols became the eternal form of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra, and the sacred Sudarshan Chakra. Even today, the deities are made of sacred neem wood. Unlike stone idols found elsewhere, these divine forms are periodically renewed. Once every 12 to 19 years, during the sacred ceremony known as Navakalevar, new wooden idols are carved following ancient traditions. The story of Lord Jagannath is more than a legend. It is a reminder that the divine chooses his own form, his own time, and his own way to reveal himself to the world. The unfinished idols teach us a profound truth. Perfection does not always lie in appearance. Sometimes what seems incomplete to human eyes is complete in the eyes of God. Perhaps that's why millions continue to bow before Lord Jagannath, the Lord of the universe, whose mysterious smile has inspired faith for centuries. Jai Jagannath.